You're watching News 24 Live. If you've ever wanted to do an advanced driving course, well, this is the video for you. We are joined in studio this afternoon by Eugene Herbert, the Group Managing Director for Master Drive, who specialize in defensive and advanced driving courses. Eugene, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
Hi, my pleasure.
Did you drive here in normal mode or advanced mode?
Well, no, I flew here, so my arms are a little bit tired, but other than that, I'm fine. The traffic here, I must just say, we picked up from the office in Cape Town, and driving through the traffic here from the airport was horrific.
Yes, it has become
sad to say that some of the drivers need some training.
Well, let's get into it. What are the advantages then of doing an advanced and or defensive driving course, or what are the differences?
Maybe if I can just quantify that a little bit first. Many people are of the opinion that when you talk about advanced driving, it's about going fast on a racetrack and a skid pan, etc. Now, whilst there are certain benefits in doing those things, that's hardly advanced driving in the true perspective, because all that it does, it teaches you to use a skill which should actually be used in the places where you were taught, not on the public roads. So defensive driving, and this really goes back to research and been developed in the UK over many years in the US as well. And it's a system of driving that teaches you to interact with other motorists so that you can prevent being in a crash that could either injure yourself or somebody else. And during which the course of which you identify hazards and things like that. So it makes you a safer driver on the road, and that truly is advanced driving.
So how does it take a normal sort of driving permit further? The K53, for example, what do you learn in an advanced driver's course?
Okay, if I can put the K53 into perspective now, please, it's a system that we've got, so I'm not here to knock the system. But when you look at some of the challenges associated with it, and you did any SNAP survey, and I'm sure you'll find the same results, is that most drivers who are taught on the K53 are taught how to get a piece of paper that allows them to drive on the road. So there's no particular skill. In fact, you've got to do things in a certain sequence. I don't know if you've done it, you would have seen you've got to check your mirrors so many times. Do you think they do that when they get out on the road? No, that's all gone, forgotten. So whilst the basis may be sound, and there are critics that would argue not, we take you to the level where, beyond you learned how to learn the mechanics of driving, you learn how to interact with other motorists, and you do so at a speed that is normal for traveling. For example, you're traveling on the N2, nobody travels at 60, 70 kilometers an hour. The cars are whizzing past you at 120, 130. Now, to a new motorist, to a new driver, that can be very disconcerting. There's that, night driving. You don't do your test at night. So whilst you have glasses if you need to, it doesn't teach you the challenges associated with that. I must just share with you, research in the UK, going back, I think it was about 5 years ago, people who had engaged, and you must give the Brits credit, they really do things pretty well in this context. Reduce the incidence of crashes, and you'll notice we talk about crashes as opposed to accidents. Crashes of 1 in 12,000 miles to 1 in 78,000 miles. Now that means that it makes a difference. And locally, I mean, we've got customers, we've reduced crashes by up to 50%. And there's one really, I don't want to share the name with you, we saved them in 2013, 18 million rand.
Sure.
So it helps the bottom line, make sure that you're safer on the road, and after all the investment that's made for you to be in the job that you're in, if you are injured and you can't work, or worse still, you die, that's a phenomenal cost, both in terms of financially, but think about family, friends, loved ones, etc. It all makes a good deal of sense to improve your skill.